Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's podcast. My name's Anita Wong, your host, and I have my lovely guest, Elisabeth Ragwar. I know her as Liza. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Elisabeth Ragwar and I'm here in Germany. I'm a coach for introverted entrepreneurs. Thanks, Anita.
We've known each other for quite some time now. I think we first found each other online when I was teaching some Instagram and Facebook stuff, and you were doing that as well. And then you came on board, and we've been sort of like working a little bit together. But we've made, we're friends as well. We keep in touch every now and then to see what's going on. And I thought, oh, I must get you on to the podcast to find out what you're up to, because I know that you've been collecting your studio and pieces and things like that ready for video. So I know you're working at the moment as well full time, and you're studying. So tell everyone what you're doing generally during the day.
At the moment, I'm doing project management and full time. I'm also working on the side and also trying to do my online things. So it's really hectic, but it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are you using video in all of that?
Mostly I make videos for my introverted people.
Right.
And then I send it to them. I give them the links. And I've not done actually much on YouTube, but I do in groups and also send the links directly to people I deal with directly. But I'm planning to go on YouTube very soon.
Yeah, and we will look at that in a second. So I'll put Lisa's YouTube channel up, and then we'll look at what you're going to do to it, because you've got all of your videos ready to go up, and you're just waiting for the right time to get that on. So tell me a little bit about the videos that you're creating for your clients. So you're helping other people who don't really like stepping in front of the camera with videos. What types of videos are you making for them?
Especially on confidence as an introvert, how to show yourself on camera and such things, marketing, how to use Facebook, how to use social media. And on the side also, when I'm done with my project management, I'm going to do more on the project management videos.
For that. And so you create videos to show them how to use the marketing. Is that what you do? And then you send them the link. So they're like that. They don't really want to be on camera like we are at the moment. They just want like converse in text and things. And then you send them the instructions almost like on a Zoom, and then they go away and do it. Oh, very clever. Yeah, that's really cool. And do you have a lot of clients like that don't feel comfortable being on camera?
A lot of people, they fear being on camera. So at the moment, I'm showing them also how you can make faceless videos without showing your face.
And so just explain to the viewers and the listeners what a faceless video is for me.
It's a video whereby you give your information without your face being shown. You can do, especially now, like we have the age of artificial intelligence, you can also use AI to create a video without showing your face. So that's what I teach my clients to do.
Okay. And when you say AI, so you've got some tools in sort of like in your toolkit that you put maybe the words into, and then the AI software creates the video. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And
for example, like a tool like Pictory, for example, whereby you just go and you give your script, you give the AI can write for you, help you write your script, or you give your script, and then everything comes out the way you want. You can correct the words or something like that, and then you can post it. You don't have to talk. Or if you want to, then you can do a voiceover.
Okay. And what type of so that's for, is that for short video normally? So the videos are normally portrait
short videos. You can even do it for long videos.
Okay, so if you were doing it for like a client, or someone maybe like wanted to contact you after they listen to this podcast or watch this podcast, would you be able to make them like the short vertical videos that would go into, say, like YouTube Shorts, Reels and TikToks, from them giving you some information, and then you go off and feed that into the AI and then tweak the imagery that it gives you to suit your client?
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah, really good. That's really clever. So for those of your clients that don't like to be on camera, how would you suggest that they might step towards being on camera? So like, for example, we're on camera at the moment, and you've got a background that it looks really real, but we were just talking before we started recording that it's not actually a real background, is it?
No, it's a green screen.
Okay, brilliant. So you've put the green screen, which is a cloth, isn't it? You said that's hanging from your wall.
Yeah, just a cloth hanging on my wall, and the lighting, because the lighting has to be good. Because usually I tell people, most people are scared of making videos because of how maybe the background looks like.
Yeah.
That's why I use a green screen, and then also so people don't have to look around and how is the background instead of concentrating on what I have to say.
Very good, because obviously I've got my background here, which
it's nice.
I usually put my my BMX trophies up there, because that sort of helps when I'm talking to somebody who doesn't know me. They often comment what the trophy is, and it's quite a nice way to break the ice and have a casual conversation. And even when you do like a live stream, people comment in the comments, oh, where did you get those trophies from, and things. So sometimes, like for me, I have my office, which is like a set place, but like you say, some people, it's confidence, but it's also awareness of their surroundings. Some people can't find one particular spot in their home where they can record, so they have to sort of like do it quite ad hoc. So you've got this green screen, and obviously that's a cloth that projects the imagery onto it. And then like I'm recording this podcast at the moment in Zoom, so Zoom allows you to set backgrounds as well.
Yeah, the one I'm using is also from Zoom, but I'm using a real green screen, so that's why. So it's important.
Yeah. It's important to have. And for those listening that don't really know what a green screen is, it's like normally it's a green color, obviously, because it's green screen, but you can have a blue color as well, and it works just the same. And it just has this focal point to place the background on. Whereas if I turned mine on, because I've got things going on in the background, sometimes the depth would affect how it looks. So having this, I suppose, a piece of cloth, if you're in your home and you don't really have anywhere to sort of like do your videos, you could even place maybe your laptop or your camera in front of you, and you sit in front of some dark curtains that you have in your house or something like that. Just something where you can have that solid background. Oh, that's really interesting then. So you help introverted people create videos for their business. So you produce the videos for them, but when you're not doing your general work and you're studying, you're actually creating marketing videos for those clients as well, if they can't do them themselves.
I teach them how to do them, or I create them for them, but mostly I want them to learn how to do them on their own. So I teach them how to do it.
Yeah, and you mentioned Pictory, which is an AI driven.
It's an AI, yeah. And also there's one called Big View, and it's also got like a teleprompter for somebody, for example, who's an introvert who's scared of talking. You can write your script and you can read without anybody knowing that you're reading your script.
Yeah, that's good. So that gives you that confidence to not have to remember your lines, not have to do like bullet points and things like that, or have stickers all over your screen, which is what some people do to help them stay on track so you can actually read it.
Yeah,
really good. So you mentioned that you've got a YouTube channel, but you're not putting content onto it. So explain to me why you've not stepped into YouTube at the moment.
Initially, when I started YouTube, I wanted to do more social media, but along the way, I found that it was too much hectic for me, and I decided to stop first. So I didn't put any. I'm just doing it by the side, but I didn't put any videos because I had to continue then doing the videos on social media and all this Facebook and all the things, and that's not really what I wanted to do. So that's why I stopped. I do that, but not on YouTube.
Right. And you're planning to launch your YouTube channel in 2024 with the content from what you're studying at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what would you be helping people with in 2024?
How to be a good project manager and what you need and all these things related with project management.
And how do you see yourself putting that into videos? So what types of videos will you be making?
It's going to be how-to videos, the questions that people usually ask, and all the content related to project management. It's big. It's really a wide subject. So I'll be going deep into different things that you need, like communication, conflict management, and all such things.
Yeah. And do you have like a particular person that you want to reach with the project management to help, like, say if you want to have clients who you want to help with their project management, is it a particular type of client that you're going for, or is it just quite broad?
Initially, I'm going to start broad, and then along the way, I'm going to be specific to know exactly who my clients are.
Yeah. Okay. You said that you found like the social media was quite difficult. Is that because you used to teach social media to people? Is it the way that the channels change in what they're doing? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, it's changing too fast at an alarming rate, and I have too many things going on. So I realized I couldn't keep up. So that's why I decided, no, I didn't stop, but it's not what I wanted actually to concentrate on, because it's taking too much of my time.
Yeah, it does change quite a lot, doesn't it? I mean, I'm focusing on, helping people to get onto YouTube, and it changes all the time. Every time you go into the studio, there's another update, or they're allowing you to have podcasts on YouTube, and you can put video ones. Now they've actually added the RSS feed so that you don't even have to convert it to video. They're just bringing the audio over. So there's lots to manage. And you're juggling quite a lot. Like you said, you're working full time, you're studying, you've got family at home, you've got a partner. So how do you think, I love asking this question because I think women do tend to multitask very well, but how do you think that limits you as a female in the video sphere? Because there's not that many, you don't see that many women on video or creating video or using video. How do you think that, how have you found that, being a woman and wanting to create video?
I think more women should take the opportunity and create videos, because we'll always find time. Even if you're a mother, for example, at home or something, you can use your phone, you can use anything. So more women should come into video creation.
Yeah. You've got your setup, haven't you? We were talking about it just before off air. So we both use like webcams. We're not really into like using a digital camera. I was just saying to Lisa, I've got this snazzy digital camera here, but I never plug it in because I just find it a little bit complicated and a bit overwhelming. So I'm really into sort of like just using a webcam or my computer camera. You've got this really nice microphone, I see. So tell me what your setup's like, because obviously I've known you for several years and you've grown so much over that time. And like you say, before you were quite shy about being on camera, and then you've really sort of like came out of your shell and you wanted to, now you're helping other women to do that. What does your setup look like for your video creation?
Okay, I have a HyperX microphone.
Okay, so that's on a little stand that comes up. Yeah.
And then sometimes I use this one here. It's another one, also HyperX.
So earphones and the microphone.
And the microphone together. I have a Stream Deck XL.
Right.
Use me maybe to move scenes when I'm making videos. I have also Logitech Brio camera, what I'm using now. I have a Logitech 920 and also this Logitech Stream camera. And then I have two big monitors whereby I can check what I'm doing, and two lights and a background. Yeah. And at the moment, I think that's enough for me at the moment.
Yeah. And what would you say would be the most important part of that setup? What would you say would be the most important for you and for other people who were like starting out? Because I know you mentioned some things there that you don't necessarily need, like the Stream
Deck. I don't need it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You don't need it, just for me. And the most important thing I can say is the sound. You have to have good sound so that people can hear what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And also the lighting, like during the day, I have a window in front of me. So I just put my curtains down and I have natural light coming in.
Yeah.
So those are the two main things, because like if you don't have a big microphone like this, you can have a lavalier microphone, or maybe even from your laptop or from your camera if it's good. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
you
right.
don't have to buy, and also try not to buy expensive things. I just buy normal, affordable things.
Yeah.
That's why I have this simple green screen.
No, and I think that's something that I think everyone, all the listeners need to realize, and those that are watching this, that you don't need expensive fancy equipment, because sometimes that adds to the overwhelm. Like, whereas I think, like you say, I think the thing that I've invested in the most so far has been my microphones, because they are super important, and the position that my office is in at the front of the house, I do get some noise from the road, whereas this particular microphone is forward facing, so it tends not to pick up the sound from behind. But I think if you, like you said, if you've got any issue with the sound, then, you know, earphones with a microphone on is great, because you can then hear what you sound like. I think technology is starting to catch up, isn't it, regarding how good the laptop or the desktop or monitor cameras are. I think they've realized that video isn't going away. So what are your plans for 2024? What do you think is going to be one of the most important aspects of your marketing and video creation that you want to concentrate on?
I'm looking forward to 2024 because I'm planning to launch my courses. And also with this new program that I'm working on at the moment. So I think 2024 is going to be an amazing year for me.
Wow, exciting. Yeah. So explain, share with us about your courses, because I will share all of your details below this on the video and also on the podcast platform. So people, if they're interested in what you're doing, can come and find you once they've listened to this. So tell us a little bit about your course.
I'm going to teaching about how to use AI as an introvert for marketing, and also confidence as an introvert, how you can use camera, and how networking as an introvert, and also then later on the project management part of it.
Yeah, that's really good. So, and you're based in Germany?
Yes, I'm in Germany.
Yeah. So do you foresee doing sort of like in-person workshops at all? Like you said about networking and the importance of that, do you feel that there's a place for that now that things have all calmed down with the pandemic and things like that? Do you feel that it's important as an introvert to try and push yourself into doing some networking in person?
Yeah, I think so. It's important. I think so. I'm going to see if I can organize maybe events where we introverts can meet and network with each other. And if it's not possible, then we can just do it online and talk, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's really good, because AI obviously is not going away. And I think it's going to help a lot of people with video. I use it myself in my whole workflow has AI in it as well. From the moment I think about doing a video, I do the research using AI. There are tools on YouTube like TubeBuddy that has AI built into it. So it's really interesting how we can embrace AI, even though some people may be slightly apprehensive about it, because obviously it is new. I'm always very polite to my AI. I always say good morning and stuff like that. People reminded me that, you know, Terminated and all that sort of stuff. You've got to be nice to them.
AI is going nowhere. People, we just have to accept it. It's going nowhere, and it's going to be more and more in our lives. So the earlier we accept, the better.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you something, Anita. What of YouTube, where I heard you have to, like if you make a video and it's AI, you have to indicate that it's AI made. How is that?
Well, there is some legislation now. I was reading about it earlier, actually, that a lot of countries are not saying that AI content is copyrightable, because obviously it's been made up by the AI, I suppose. So I think they probably just want you to declare that it's AI so that people know that it's not really you. But I actually think that's more for the audio. And if the AI then starts creating human-like figures that will actually do the conversation, then I think it's probably better to have just in the description some sort of declaration that it's an AI generated video that's doing the because a lot of video editing tools like wave.video, for example, which is one of the ones we used to use and I still do use, they have voices that you can use that read your text. So that's AI. So even though we probably didn't think of it like that before, we were just like, oh, we'll use this woman's voice to read the text out for us instead of us doing it. That is AI. But I think with the advances of AI, I think there will be a place on every social media platform where you may need to just state in the description somewhere that it is AI created.
What about if, for example, there's software whereby you can use your own voice and then the AI, it kind of sounds like you, but it's not you talking. Do you have to declare that also, or?
100%, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I'd have to look at the new legislation. I think just keep an eye on the T's and C's on each of the platforms. Usually if there's an update where you have to do that, the platform would normally tell you. So YouTube's very good at sending emails out to you when there's been an update or there's a new feature. You can go and register on your YouTube channel for updates and things like that. So lots of the other platforms will have similar sort of ways of you to keep updated with what's happening and the rules and regulations of that platform. So I think whilst AI is developing, I think it's probably best just to keep an eye, follow some of the influencers that you know are very topical on that particular platform that you're working on, and then just, you know, go from there.
That's true.
Yeah. So AI is not going anywhere. Would you agree with that? Absolutely. Well, it's been a really interesting conversation, actually, because we've gone, you know, using some of the digital tools that are available now to help you and others who might not like to be on video is quite a good conversation starter, because people will be listening today who haven't stepped into video, are nervous about being in front of the camera, are nervous about not having a place to do the video. So I think using AI and then using some of the other tools we've discussed today will be really good. So have you got any other like final comments you might want to sort of like, any tips or anything like that you might want to share with the audience?
Just want to say, if you're scared of going before camera, the times have changed, and please do it, because it's easier to reach your customers or your clients through video. They see, at least they want to see the face behind the brand. No, that's important.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I'll drop all of Elisabeth's details below this video or in the podcast description so that you can reach out to Elisabeth, and I'll drop your YouTube channel link there as well. So thank you so much for sharing that, because it's really interesting to see how there are other ways about creating video. And I think it's really great for the listeners to know that it doesn't have to just be you on the camera. There's lots of other ways to show up on video and to get that visibility that your business needs. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, no worries.